I'm Steve Churm, publisher of OC Metro Magazine, and we're here today with John Pierce. He is the Senior Vice President and Managing Director of Voit Commercial Brokerage's Irvine office. And John is here today to talk to us about the local economy, the state of commercial real estate here in Orange County, and most importantly, what's ahead in 2009. Welcome, John.
Thanks, Steve.
Let's start off by talking a bit about the recession. Everybody says we're in a recession. Did you see it coming, and why?
We all noticed that the mortgage loan business was spinning out of control, and money was too easy and credit unnecessary. And when you have something like that, that's a perfect storm. And so you know that you're going to be paying the piper.
How would you describe the commercial market right now in Orange County?
Well, I don't think it's as bad as everybody thinks. The problem is that there's not a lot of activity, and so that's the thing that really is the problem today. But that can be changed if there's capital available in the system, and if there's consumer confidence, then we can get back to what we know. But you can't do one without the other.
John, have we hit bottom yet in this recession?
I don't think so. Mm-hmm. I think we're probably into late '09, and I think that if the stimulus package works, that will help us a lot. And the question is, how much is that going to help? But we need jobs. We need to get people employed. We need to get the consumer confidence, and we need to get the money spigot. At least there's money available.
And when you talk about the stimulus package, you're talking about President-elect Obama's plan, proposed, much talked about stimulus package, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, terrific. If a small or mid-sized business owner was to come to you in search of an office or warehouse or retail space, what type of advice would you give them right now if they were moving into the market, either in terms of buying versus leasing, or any thoughts about the terms they should expect as they move out looking for new space to operate in?
It's an exciting time for a user or that tenant. There's probably not been as good a time since the .com bust, and you've got landlords giving concessions because there's not a lot of activity out there. They want to lease the space, and so you can make a pretty sweet deal today, unlike you could even 8 or 9 months ago. From a purchase standpoint, you can probably buy something today at a 25% discount from what it was 8 or 9 months ago. So that's pretty sizable.
Mm-hmm. So it's a good time to be in the market looking for space.
No question about it. This is a great time to be talking to your broker.
Nice. One of the real hot sectors in the commercial market in recent years has been that small buildings for sale. Where is that market today, John?
That's a market that's been around for a few years and is quite saturated, but there are barriers to entry to get into it. And so some of the existing things that are being sold today, for example, are still going strong. Money is, you need money to buy, and we still have the SBA financing, which is kind of holding that kind of shoring up that product type. Mm-hmm. We've got a property in the Spectrum that we're handling for Cole, and we're selling 2 a month down there. So it just kind of depends on the product, and it's a great time for that guy to get in because, again, if he can buy it at 25% discount than what he could have bought it 8 months ago, then it's time to do it.
Is there a silver lining out there today in the commercial market, John, and particularly from the landlord's perspective?
That's tough to say what's positive from the landlord standpoint, right, because he's going to get hammered, and but that's our business is that way. There's ups and downs, there's peaks and valleys, and that's just something that you got to expect. That's why there's a high risk, high reward deal in this business, and now you see why.
John, you said earlier that you thought end of '09 we might start to see the economy turn around. Is that what you're forecasting at this point, particularly for the commercial market?
I feel really good about Orange County. Two things drive this, or actually weather and the ocean drive this economy. And you go to St. Louis and there's no driver. You go to Pittsburgh, there's no driver. But in here we've got weather, and people want to live here near the ocean, and they want to have their business nearby. So you've got that combined with an entrepreneurial environment where people in when we lost all the engineering companies several years ago, what happened? The little engineers went out and created small little engineering companies and built the same component they were building before under one name. They're now doing it under their name. And I think that we are very entrepreneurial, and I think that we've probably got as good a work ethic as anybody. And as a result, I feel really good about the California economy.
A question I really want to ask, since you mentioned consumer confidence earlier. As a small business owner, I believe consumer confidence is the key to so much, particularly in the economy. We've just gone through a 2-year election. We've elected a new president, takes office at the end of this month. Do you see that and any other factors beginning to turn the consumer confidence so that by February 1st we start to see things really improve?
I agree with you. Consumer confidence is everything. I mean, without it, we're dead in the water. But with it, people will go and live the way they're accustomed to living, and not without a few changes here and there. But the point is that they feel good about their station in life, and I think we can get back to that.
Terrific. Thank you, John, for taking some time to join us here today, and I wish you a lot of luck in the new year. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thanks.